All of these tile motifs are inspired by different places that I've traveled to, places that I've lived, all of them such fond and happy memories. Being here, creating my artwork, seeing it in a new, fresh way on these tiles, it's all part of my dream. And so the collection is called the Daedream Series. I try to incorporate my cultural references into my design. Part of my design aesthetic is showing people elements of traditional Nigerian motifs or African motifs all over, but in a new way. I feel like people associate a lot of ethnic design with things that are like rustic and rural, and sometimes the connotation of that is like, oh, well, it's a little dingy, it's a little this, it's a little that, which is not the case at all. I think things that are handmade and aged are so beautiful and have so much rich history in them. So it's just about continuing to pass along the history in my art. When given the option by Clay Imports, I decided to go with 2 options of production styles for the clay. I think something being more accessible is better than it being exclusive. And I love that the bigger 8x8 printed tiles can be used for like flooring, and the matte finishing is amazing and still so impactful. And then you have the glossy finish of the relief tiles, which is just so beautiful, the handcraft feel of everything. And I can totally see that in like hospitality spaces and restaurants. And I'm excited for people to have options for both. And I think that's super important when it comes to your product offering. I decided to work with Clay Imports because after researching, I felt like the ethos of Clay Imports and like what I strive to do would be like a great match. In my own creativity, I value authenticity and things that come very natural to me. And I think that Clay Imports does as well, as far as being here and learning the process of how tiles are made, like literally from the earth. We're taking something that feels very natural, that is very natural, and making it into something beautiful. Things that I consider when I'm designing are color, scale, motif. And so having to think about these in new ways as far as like, how many colors can I use? How are they applied? Using that information to help me create artwork for this tile that would be most impactful and still not lose any integrity in the artwork or what I stand for and what I put out. So I think it's important to incorporate my cultural references specifically into my artwork because it always like brings me back and keeps me grounded. Like I feel like I'm never too far away from home. So whether home is California, home is Nigeria, I'm always like enveloping that into my artwork.